Today we will be building Lady Rainicorn and Jake's house from Adventure Time. This is an iconic location with iconic characters attached to it. I'm really excited about this. Welcome back to the Derpy channel. Like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys would like to see next from OO, and let's just dive right into it. So I started off with the bridge. The bridge is a nice little cute thing, and they have a little river going around the house, so I made that before I started the video as well. Just did the landscape a bit. And they also have a bench. I started doing it with stone, but I thought that looked silly, so I decided to use wood. And Lady Rainicorn's house, and Jake's house by extension, first showed in the episode My Two Favorite People, and that aired in 2010, and that was the episode where Tiffany was introduced as well. Tiffany's one of my favorite characters. I started doing the front of the barn as well. I just started doing the frame. The frame of the barn has like a white outline with red brick type of vibe, so I went with nether brick and this birch wood. I ended up changing it into a wall to add some texture. And now I started with the barn closed, but I thought that it looked silly, so I just started to open it, and I thought that looked much better. Now doing the rest of the frame of the barn, I also did a bit of more landscaping at the back and added a little extension on the back because they have like a little furnace room with a little smoke thing hanging out of it. You can see my other Adventure Time build in the back, Finn and Jake's treehouse. I started doing the windows as well. Lady Rainicorn is also one of my favourite characters, including the pups. The pups in Adventure Time were really cool because they all had like these powers, and Jake's alien powers and Lady Rainicorn's powers always intrigued me. Plus, one of my favourite episodes is the Card Wars episode with Dad and his daughter, the Daddy-Daughter Card Wars episode. That went crazy. I really enjoyed that. And they used to have this mobile app that you could get on the App Store called Card Wars, but they took it off the App Store, and I'll never forgive them for that because I put blood, sweat and tears into the tournaments. But I moved on and started doing the roof. I built the little furnace room and put a little lantern on the top to give some light. And they have like a darker roof with these like little inlets and windows. So I just started doing the outline trim of it. I added trapdoors all the way around just for some added texture. I missed one there. I end up doing it, so don't hate me. Just added the little overhang they have at the front and some torches. And on the inside I did some more beams and did lighting inside as well. Now these little inlets that I was talking about, in the show they have love hearts, but given my space and my squares that I was working with, I couldn't create the proper shape, but I don't mind what I did with that. I then added some more texturing around the front of the building. Just gives it that cobblestoney look. Their house has a fence coming around the side, so I started adding a bit of that. I wasn't too sure how high I wanted to make it, and add a little lantern on that. And in the back of their barn, you can see a silo with a little gold thing on the top of it. So I went back there and I started making it pretty tall because it's quite far behind the building, but it's still quite big. Did the outline trim of the top with white. I think those are court stairs. Added a little separation. I put gold blocks here. I wasn't sure how to get the birdcage look that it had, so I ended up using these yellowish fences with gold blocks. It was the best that I could do to get a birdcage looking effect. I then added the little entrance at the top of the silo before putting the ladders, and then checking if you could climb up the ladder. I then textured the footpaths where people would usually walk towards the house and stuff like that. This just adds a bit of realism, and you know, it shows where people would be in the house and makes it feel like more of a lived environment. They also have a tree right next to it. I thought that these leaves would suffice, but they didn't, so I had to change them to fit. Like, they had like yellow amberish leaves on a tilted tree, so I tried to go for that vibe. And to finish off the build again, they have a little well in the back, so I went and added the well and a little more overhang on the roofs for some final touches, adding some BMO pumpkins. And there we go, we have our final build. Compared to how it actually looks in the show, I think we did an amazing job. This looks pretty spot on, even down to like the river. I have to say the bird cage on top of the silo isn't very good, but I'm proud of it so far. So thanks guys for watching, and I'm going to be doing this series quite a bit more. I've got a couple other houses and places in Oo that I'm going to do, so stay tuned for that, and hit that like and subscribe button and comment what you'd like to see as well. But thank you guys. See ya.